Good evening and welcome to episode 49 of Total Ramblings. And this time we are reviewing Royal We, whatever. I'm reviewing the Doctor Who episode, Boom! Now, I've literally just finished watching it, so these are like immediate off-the-cuff reactions, as always. Astonishing is all I would say. I thought they're getting better as they go. I didn't dislike the first episode. I thought the second episode was superb, and this one is just like amazing. So once again, with very similar to the episode Midnight, kind of one of my favourites, we've got an episode set in one location, and could easily be done as a stage play. Absolutely amazing episode. I honestly thought that we might be looking at a landmine on Skaro during the time of the war between the Khaleds and the Thals. I'm not disappointed. That would have been nice, but also good that we kind of get to see something else. Otherwise, it just kind of makes the universe a bit smaller, doesn't it? So what we've got is by the way, there will be spoilers in this episode. Oh, sorry, should have mentioned that already. What we've got is an episode where the Doctor and Ruby, who are a fantastic TARDIS crew. The chemistry between them is brilliant. I love this team. They arrive on this planet where there is apparently a war going on. And of course, the Doctor steps on a mine and spends most of the episode stood on this mine, which is which he can't move on because it's trying to detect whether he is a viable life form to be blown up or not, I guess. Anyway, amazing episode. Again, so we kind of see some Moffat tropes here, with sort of that kind of the happy ending, if you like, and also the clerics as soldiers, that kind of thing. Don't have a problem with that. I kind of like. So, as a fervent atheist, I kind of like the Doctor's criticism of faith, because it means you don't have to think for yourself. I like that. There were lots of things in this episode that I liked. Also, of course, to be fair, the Doctor at the end says he doesn't like faith, but he kind of needs it. So, I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. This is definitely one that can be rewatched many, many times over, I think. Interesting that essentially they are fighting an enemy that doesn't exist, and basically they're kind of fighting a corporation that wants them to keep buying weapons. I also loved the whole sort of thoughts and prayers thing. I'm spotting a lot of anti-American republicanism, and I mean republicanism in terms of the Republican Party. I'm spotting a lot of that in this series. We had the old reference to kind of, babies being born and then nobody's there to look after them, or in the episode 1, now we've got this thoughts and prayers thing. It's like it's like the gun crime in the States where schools keep getting shot up, and if only there was something we could do. Thoughts and prayers. Well, there is something you can do. You can do what literally the whole rest of the planet has done and ban the guns. It's not difficult. Oh no, that doesn't work. It does work. It works demonstrably. Every other country's done it. You're the outlier. But no, you prefer to have your guns over the children. I mean, I've said before though on Total Ramblings, I'm very glad that we don't have a gun culture in the UK. But if I lived in the States, I think I'd be a massive hypocrite, and I'd have a whole basement full of them. But then you've probably got to, really, if you want to survive, right? Anyway, let's not get into all that. But the whole thoughts and prayers thing, I also liked the ambulances sort of, sharp scratch, whereupon it fires prongs into you. And also, basically, any suitable bad injury, such as blindness, is basically fatal because it's not cost effective to recuperate you. The whole thing about Ruby, she's an unbeliever. Oh, we're not sanctioned to deal with unbelievers. And then an interesting way of sort of solving the problem by getting Splice's father, can't remember his name now, to basically, he becomes a virus essentially and disrupts the whole thing. And it's like, the Doctor's solution, just surrender, and this whole thing stops. And yeah, interesting. That there isn't an enemy. There are no Castarians. It's a dead planet. Also, I thought the music not too obtrusive. We could hear everything that was being said, which is nice these days for modern Doctor Who, and also the images, the sky. I mean, I imagine this was a relatively cheap episode to put together because you've got what 5 people in it, really. And then it's one set, and you've just basically got a background. So it's kind of, I guess this is like the Doctor Who equivalent of like a bottle episode, where bottle episode is like a Star Trek episode where it's just set on board the ship. So you've kind of got an episode here where it's just set in one place. I imagine this, the budget was probably spent elsewhere, Disney's money, and this is the one they use to kind of recover some of those funds a bit by not spending so much. But anyway, I'm again rambling. This is total ramblings. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. And also with the next week's trailer, I'll tell you what I'm getting vibes here from Matt Smith's first series. Matt Smith's first series in Doctor Who was absolutely amazing. And I'm getting the same excitement and the same vibe and the same expectation and anticipation for the next episode as I am here with the next episode of Doctor Who, which just looks intriguing. I know nothing about any of these stories, by the way. I don't avoid spoilers. I just don't go looking for them, right? If one gets presented to me, oh well. But, I don't go looking for them. So I know nothing about any of these episodes other than what I've seen in the trailers for the series and the trailer for the next episode and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I absolutely love this episode. It's very typical Stephen Moffat in some ways, but that's not a bad thing. I don't dislike Stephen Moffat's stories. I think sometimes he gets a bit focused on one particular thing, but I've got nothing but praise for this episode. Absolutely amazing. Ncuti Gatwa's performance, Millie Gibson's performance, absolutely outstanding. Everyone's performance in this episode, even the kid, even the little child. Sometimes child actors, young actors can be the downside, but not here. Astonishing episode, really good. I feel like going and watching it again straight away, but I've got to edit and upload this video. So yeah, really enjoyed it. If you haven't already gathered that, looking forward to next week. I didn't get to watch it live because I was at the hospital. I had to take Anthony to go and get some fish and chips, so I watched it a little bit later than normal. But yeah, really liked it. Glad that I've seen it now, so I can avoid any spoilers online. But recommended episode. And while I'm here, this is, as I said, episode 49 of Total Ramblings. Next episode is episode 50. For the last few episodes, I've been mentioning that I have an Ask Me Anything episode coming up. Episode 50 will be an AMA. So you can send your questions to me on YouTube here, if you know me on Facebook, or to my email address, ajs@blablabla.co.uk. That's blah with an H. I promise you that's a real email address. I own that domain name and have done for a very long time. So far, I have precisely 0 questions, which actually I think is very funny. I'm quite prepared to do an AMA episode in which I have no questions. I'm still doing the episode. I'm quite happy to do that. I just think that would be absolutely hilarious. So in a way, I think I'll be disappointed now if I do get any questions. But at the same time, I'm doing an AMA. So if you want any questions answered, send them over to me. I'll endeavour to answer them as best I can. And that'll be the next episode. I probably won't be doing it live. I'll probably just do it recorded. But yeah, that's the plan. So if you're just here just to watch Doctor Who episodes, I'll see you next week. Otherwise, if you're a regular viewer of Total Ramblings in its entirety, then I'll see you in the next episode, which might be as soon as tomorrow because I'm going to a transport festival and there might be some footage from that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Listen to what the guy says next in the next bit, and I'll see you soon. If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video.
You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.